So it says, we're headed to General Watkins Conservation Area, and the first turnoff there is a very small sign. It says to camping area, Park Road. Looks like this, right off of Highway 61. So we're going to look at the map briefly. The General Watkins Conservation Area is halfway between Cape Girardeau and Syston. If you get off at exit 80 and go to Benton, exit 80 off of Highway 55, go to Benton and then go south on 61. It's not very far till you come to this area. So here's the map I printed off the internet. We had another map. It was 2017. This one's 2019, and they were labeled differently, the parking lots. So anyway, you see this says County Park Road. So this is where we're going to. It's a gravel road, and it's going to dead end here. And we're going to be looking at Lake 1 and Lake 2, and we're at parking lot A. That's where we're headed. But you see, we've got so much more to explore. So not far up the road, you come to a private drive to the right. You can keep going straight, but there's these signs and a nice parking lot. And this is the Great Missouri Birding Trail. You can go to greatmissouribirdingtrail.com. And this is the Cemetery Ridge Trail, which is 1.5 miles. So you can see from the map, here is the county road, and this is parking area B, and this is the trail. Now it's one way, and it comes out all the way over here at parking lot E, so it's 1.5 miles there and 1.5 miles back, unless you have a friend that parks at the other end. We're not going to do that trail quite yet. And so just down the road, we're at the camping area, and there's not very many camping sites, but they're very nice. There's 3, I guess, and here's the large parking lot. There is a porta potty over there, but otherwise it's very primitive. And so looking back at the map, that was the first parking lot. We drove a short distance down, and here's where the camping area is. And we're getting ready just to make this 1.5 mile loop trail. I've been in here before. It's a really gorgeous parking. So from this outhouse, under this beautiful tree, which is signature for this trail, you have an entrance to the trail to your right. It says 1.5 miles. Or to your left, and I believe this is the way we have gone before, because you go to the lakes here. So I'm going to go the same way we did before, and it makes a loop and comes out here. Again, Great Missouri Birding Trail and fishers. So if you want to know about regulations for fish, there it is. And the kinds of fish you can get here. I'm not a fisherman, but the trail is a really nice, easy trail, because look how flat and soft it is. Easy. So this is called the Schlosser's Loop Trail. You see, it's grassy, flat, easy, very enjoyable. This is a field of goldenrod. We're in October, so we have autumn. Isn't it just beautiful? Okay, so we're not sure which way to go, because it looks like the trail goes to the right, but it also looks to go to the left at the end of this field. And we said, I remember doing this before. trying to choose which to go to. It's a
loop park.
cool 64 degrees out, and look at the beautiful flowers. He wants me to point them out before I finish my sentence. They are beautiful. Like I could have missed this. Look at this. There's a whole bunch of them. It's a beautiful 64 degrees outside, and I'm still wearing my shorts. I always refuse to put on pants, although I did bring some in the car. Oh, look at the thistle. Whoops, fun. And there's some white flowers. All the here crickets. That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure. So this is to the one area of the lake. So we did go down the hill instead of turning right. Area. So this is lake number 1. And you walk straight across the levee. Look at that huge tree. So many evergreens in this area. Might go on through the trail. I mean, look how big these are compared to my hand. How cool is that? How fun is that? It tells us how far we've come. I wish all trails had that. We've come a quarter mile. We're coming to lake number 2. So here's lake number 2. The lakes themselves aren't that pretty because they aren't clear. They're kind of icky, like I don't want to swim in it kind of lake. But as you can see, they do have great reflections in them. So the trail goes right along this levee. There's a forested area over here. It's a bird. Forest. Beautiful goldenrod mixed in with some white plants. Doesn't it just scream out fall? So just on the other side of the lake too, we have a half-mile marker, and we're going to start up a little hill. This is little compared to last week's hike. This is easy. So many wildflowers. And we found a walnut. So we've come to another half-mile marker. Not sure why it's another one. And here's the trail. Still flat. I'm not sure what kind of stalk that is. Looks like somebody was growing something. I thought it was corn at first. Might be. Looks almost like it's got grass at the top. We just came up a little bit of a hill. It was an easy hill compared to last week, so we're thankful. It's just enough to get your lungs going. Still flat, easy surface. Just come upon a 3/4 mile marker. We are going up another hill, but it's a gentle hill. Flat, easy to walk. We were wondering about that corn, if the conservation department planted it to lure deer. We did meet a hunter. The hunter had a bow, and he said, "Don't worry, I won't shoot you. You're not a deer." And this is what I remember loving about this trail. On this side of the trail are these huge pines. Look at the lines. The lights shining through. If you do this early in the morning or late at night, it looks so much different. And I'm seeing a little bit of fall color. Don't forget to look up on this trail. I love the lines of the straight, tall trees. It's so peaceful. Nobody knows where this is. Okay, people know where it is, but it's not on all trails. And when you ask GPS to bring you here, it tries to take you to Dollar General rather than General Watkins. So quiet and peaceful back here. Tons of ferns. And look, it's turning an autumn color too. On the forest floor. So whenever you see something just hanging in the air, you know there's a cobweb holding it up. So I said, "Dear, get a stick." Of course, he goes after the biggest stick. Plenty of little ones. Clear, grassy area. Still nice and flat. I love this hike. To go straight or to go on the side trail. Adventurous or not. so we went straight because I remember there were some side trails off to the right, and there's one, and I wondered what was down there. I think it might be for hunters, but I remember we went down one grassy knoll one last time we were here, and it led to this amazing view. I wonder if I could find it.
Okay, so this little side trail that we just came up comes to what appears to be a small cornfield, planted for the pleasure of the wild animals.
I am certain I remember a grassy, wide area that led up to an overview, and I'm wondering if it's back where the other corn patch was, and that they filled it in now with corn. Calling all farmers, I think this is wheat and not corn. I don't know. So the side trail was not the side trail I remembered. Don't go down this side trail unless you just want to see row crop. Back to the main trail. We just came down a really long slope downward, but it was gentle and easy to walk. And then you're open up to this area. Don't you love how wide this trail is? Just enough leaves to make crunches under my feet. After our several 3-mile hikes, we were like, is this the end of the trail already? It's so flat and easy. There's the end. So we are at parking lot C, and off of Highway 61, you really gotta watch for these because they are not marked. They're just a gravel road. But as soon as you come down, you'll see that you're where you're at. So this is where we were. We hiked around, we've come back down, and we're at this parking lot C, and this is like 7, 8, and 9. And this was 1 and 2, so they don't quite go in order. So the map looks like the lake is right here, but you have to, I guess, go down this road. Okay, so I think there's 2 lakes that way and 1 this way from the gate. It's peaceful except for the cars going down Highway 61. Really, like almost black. Murky water. This is for the fishermen. I do see some color for fall. That's a pretty picture. And we have some white wildflowers. Goldenrod. That sure is some black water. We're up here walking on the ridge because I see fall colors. It's a little bit of a trail over to the other lakes, but we're gonna check them out. Looks like it might rain on us though. Sun's going away. Okay, we're coming a little bit of a clearing, and there's a lake to the left. Not exactly the prettiest lake. I mean, nothing I would want to get into. Don't even know if it's clear enough for fish. But there's some red color on the other side. So we're walking on the levee of, what's this? This was 8. And we see it disappears over there. And we wonder if it doesn't connect with Lake 7. Autumn, y'all. Mushrooms, goldenrod, down a little hill to the lake. Well, these mushrooms are quite interesting. Look at the color. I think that's poison ivy. See the leaves of 3. See them? Right there. There's another mushroom. Look how weird it is. Maybe somebody will come along and watch my video and tell me what kind of mushrooms these are. And then we have this gorgeous bit of fall color coming into the lake. Looks like there's a little trail maybe around this lake. None of these lakes are very pretty, but I guess the fishermen like them. Look at that swirl out there. Just a short jog down the road. We are currently at Lake 6, and it's raining. Down. Okay, so parking lot D goes in this area. You actually drive up the hill, and we're at Lake 3, but this says we're at E, so it might go with the 2017 map. And there's actually a little boat ramp to this lake. You can put your canoe in here, I guess. It goes pretty far back. And then it goes over here. Trying not to show the gentleman fishing. So yeah, there's a 2017 map, and it says E. Looks like you can cut through that area and get to another area to fish. Bit of fall color. The other side of the lake, that's like a little trail for you to go down and go fishing. It actually looks like down over there. I can't show the car. There's another area. I scared a dog in the trail, or a car. Just parking. There's a bit of fall, y'all. A little trail. Look, the trail goes down, and there's a bit of water over there. This looks like a little haven for fishermen. Yes, go see if you want. And trail leads to kind of nowhere here. There's the lake. So down there on the road, on this side of the road, is a sign way down there in the middle of nowhere, General Watkins. And then you come to this area, and here's the official sign. Like, this is the official place for this conservation area. It's the oddest thing, because you've already passed up all those other cool areas. Okay, so we were there, and now we've driven down the road. And when you turn in, there's like just a little roadside park. It says E on here, and then up the road is F, but it still says the 2017 map of G. So over there, I'll walk over there, is the General Watkins Cemetery, and right here is the trail. Well, that looks like a nice trail from here. So this is the Cemetery Ridge Trail that we saw from the other end. And if you follow the red dotted line, it goes all the way through there and over to that County Park Road. So it's 1.5 miles. So it's actually 3 miles if you want to go all the way there and back. We have all this area. We're not gonna have time to explore, but I am gonna try to find this parking lot. And here is the Watkins Cemetery that the Watkins Cemetery Trail is named after. I don't know who General Watkins is. I haven't even seen anything online that says who he is. It's starting to rain more and more. We have never been on that other trail, on this trail. We're gonna have to come back another time and do it. We looked on Google Maps before we came, and this road actually leads up to the other lake, but it's private property. We tried to find this conservation parking lot before and couldn't, and I see it seems to be better marked. Just down there is a cell tower, so you'll pass the cell tower and you'll come by this tree line, which actually looks like a creek on the map. And there's another sign, and you're sandwiched between two houses, and there's this nice parking lot, and then there's a picnic bench. So if you look at the map, you're on 61 here. It comes off the map and turns and goes up 77, and this says G, but I think the other map says a different number. And if this trail is not marked as heavy, it's marked as a area access trail, not the hiking trail. But you can see it comes up straight up a hill, and then you can go to the left around to the lake or the right, but this seems to be not conservation area property, but you can go around to the right, so you can go all the way around this Lookout Mountain Lake, and it's 4 and 5 on the lakes. And we were gonna go, but we're looking at the weather map, and it's pretty far. I think it's like 3/4 to a mile, and the rain is coming in, so we're gonna have to go home.